Hello and welcome to the show. I'm here on Forza Horizon 2 with another rally car build. My vehicle today, it is the Extreme Mini Cooper Dakar-y Crazy Mobile. Kind of sort of already a rally vehicle to start with. Doesn't really like getting started, which is slightly irritating. The clutch on this game, running manual clutch, is just a button, and a button doesn't really work for a clutch. So there we go, you can get it, it's a little bit of a faff. A little bit of a faff getting the Mini going. But yeah, I'm going to give this a build up into S1 class. And see how it does. I'm going to build it a little bit differently though. Today, I'm going to go slightly crazy, possibly. I'm going to try and get as much power out of this vehicle as is possible. Now, I believe it already comes with the Storm Island tyres, which is good. I'm not sure it comes with the Storm Island suspension, apparently. Brakes, we're going to want brakes. Definitely want brakes. Do we? Okay, I can't do any of the suspension anyway, so it's going to be like this. I haven't driven this car at all on here, so yeah, I don't know what have we got in way of parts. I mean, we could put on the turbo and take the restrictors off. I'm not actually sure the standard engine is going to be good enough in this car to get to a high enough PI, and the options are the V8 is. The only options on every bloody car is a V8. I'm just see if we stick this on and take these off. Where do we end up? We're not going to get enough power out of it to keep it in S1. Nah, it's not going to get high enough PI, and we can't do anything to the rest of the vehicle. So we are going to be going with the 6.2 litre V8. This has been in many a car in silly car builds. It is the engine, I believe, from the new Stingray, which means we will be getting plenty, or we can get plenty of power out of this. Yeah, it could become the most powerful one we've had. Just looking at the PI, we stick in camshafts, we've got twin turbos on it, of course. Stick in there we go. Yes, lots of horsepower. We got decent tyres. I'm not going to bother with the upgrading of the tyre widths. We're just going to go all out. No, we're not quite going to be able to get that much power on it. Then can we get? Oh, we can get another 19. Can we get? We're not going to get 700. We're not going to. Unfortunately, that would be interesting. No, we're going to get. No, we're going to get an awful lot though. Come on. One, no, I'm not going to get that part on. Can we? Sometimes you can get away with these because they add a little bit of weight. Bugger it. It's, so it's going to have to be that. 685 horsepower in the Mini, and then we can do that. Okay, most powerful car we've had on this series by 50 odd horsepower. It is also the heaviest though. That's heavier than the Bentley. Yes, the Bentley did have the full-on race weight reduction. I don't have any options for weight reduction on this vehicle. It's already a race car, so it should be decently light, I guess, but it is kind of a Dakar-y, properly highly built off-road thing, so that's where some of the weight comes from. Yeah, I have no idea what to expect from this car. It could be very, very quick. We shouldn't have a problem with the jumps, I would hope. If we do have problems with the jumps, then it's not a very good off-road car, really. Yeah, it may have too much power. It may be a little bit too hard to control. It may be quite slidey through some of the corners. We shall find out, though, when we go to our testing track. It is the Forest Brawl track on Storm Island, up to S1 class. And then, yeah, who knows? Who knows what to expect from this vehicle? I'm thinking it'll be better to drive than the Subaru Brat. I think it'll do better than that. I don't think we'll go as fast as the Bentley. Probably not as fast as the Galant either. However, it will be monumentally quick in a straight line. That much it will be. Oopsie, there we go. Get the camera right. And we are off with the, the crazy Mini. Yeah, I'm expecting it to be pretty quick in a straight line. Actually not too shabby through the first corner. It's there we go. Now the back end's starting to kick out. We're going to have to be careful on these corners. We've got 5 laps to set as fast a time as possible, and bumping into the wall like that won't have helped matters too much. The jumps, look at that, no problems. We've got no front flips going on in this vehicle. Again, another huge airtime across that particular jump. No problem 4. The Mini at the oversteer is the problem. It will just slide around a little bit. Oh dear, we've gone quite wide through that particular corner. Now this is where we've got to try and make the corner first, and then put the power down at the other side, and make up as much time as we can down the straight, if you will. Nope, that's not good. That's not good at all. Over there. Okay, we got slightly wonky flying through the air, and in all honesty, it's not the quickest car I've had in a straight line. And again, we get a big kick of oversteer out the other side. We're going to slide down here. It's just a little bit on the twitchy side. In all honesty, it's just a little bit of a pain. I'm trying to get it turned in. It just doesn't quite want to. We've not got a problem over there. That first of the jumps is not too bad. Oh god, that is a big jump. Yeah, okay. It gets an awful lot of airtime over that bit. Oh, it does not like that. It does not like me trying that at all. We have got all of the twitchy, and we're missing gears a little bit. Then we've got to make sure to slow it down and turn into the first corner, to final corner, sorry. Out the other side, it's not as quick as I was hoping, in all honesty. I was really hoping the Mini was going to be very quick accelerating at least. Straight line speed is almost irrelevant, but we're not even cracking the 100, or barely cracking the 130 mark before the first corner. It's a little bit of a disappointment from the Mini. Oh, and then we just have no grip once we get there. That is not an advisable line. Let's not do that one through the trees again, okay? That's terrifying. They're not too bad over there. The problem is, yeah, we're going to have to really slow it down and fight it through there. We had a big slide. Nope, that's not worked at all. That is not really working for the Mini. It hasn't got the grip, and then it has one of the worst straight line speeds I've had of any car. A little bit too heavy, I think. It's just too heavy on this particular course. Ooh, crap. I'm always worried about getting it too carried away through there. It does deal with the jumps and so on quite nicely. It does fly through the air a bit front heavy over this one. The rest of them is not too bad on. We just don't have the speed. If I keep the throttle, no, we're going to go over. No. That's not good. That's really not going to end well. And I know the one time I am on a clean lap is the time that we're going to have a little bit of an accident over there. First corner. There's just no grip in this particular car. We're going to chuck it down here. Try and be neat and tidy. No. You just can't be neat with this car. Or if you want to be neat, you have to be very slow through the corners. Of course, you can be neat. It's just you lose a lot of time through the turns. Getting down here. Oh, it's a big oversteer mid-corner. It's not what I'm wanting from the vehicle. It's not unpredictable in the same way that the Subaru Brat was. It's just doesn't quite have the grip, and I'm using all of the track and a little bit more with this vehicle just to try and get any speed out of the car. Again, big slide out of that final corner. Now we're on a decent lap. Watch us do a front flip across the jump. Oh no, that's okay. It's not ideal. It's a bit of a heavy landing on the front of the vehicle. It is only a 1:04. It's going slower than the Brat. Come on, Mini, we can do this. No, we can't, because you're just going to slide all the way through turn 1. No, there is not a huge amount of grip in this vehicle, and I'd hoped that the payoff would be blinding speed, but there's none. It's just too heavy a vehicle. There is not blinding speed from the Mini. Little bit of a disappointment, this car. Little bit disappointing. It's slidey, it's a tad uncontrollable. Yes, it does deal with the bumps very nicely. Ooh, on the most part, until it gets scary down that section. That's not really the line I'm trying to take. It's just where the Mini is decided it wants to go. And up towards the final corner again. Chuck it in. It's an entertaining enough car to drive. It's just not it's not fast, as fast as I would like. Oh, over the jump. Okay, we're fine. No problems over the jump that time. It is across the line. Oh, we've got it in under 1:04. Just yeah, it's not as quick as I'd hoped. Acceleration, straight line speed is not there in the Mini. I was hoping we're going to be going a lot quicker down this sort of straight, but it's slower than sort of the Galant, the Bentley. It's just not got the speed, and then we don't have the grip either. It's just a little bit too heavy, is what I think it is with the Mini. Yeah, the bumps it will cope with it. It lands them. It doesn't get all twitchy and horrible and unpredictable on the landings of the bumps. Doesn't fly through the air quite that nicely, but we didn't end up rolling it, which is always a plus. I mean, you can see the damage to the front of the the front of the car. Yeah, it's not the nicest through the air, but it did survive everything. Just doesn't have the grip and doesn't have the acceleration to compensate for it. A little bit disappointing then. From the Mini, it does go the slowest of all the vehicles with 1 minute 3.999. Only a little bit slower than the Brat, though. Yeah, not quite what I expected, in all honesty, from this particular car. However, that is it for this video, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.